Hi, I'm Leah, and today we're going to do a short sun salutation. Start at the short side of your mat. Stand with your feet hips distance apart and parallel. Lift through the crown of your head. Stretch down through your fingertips. Pull your tailbone down. Tuck in your front ribs and bring your shoulder blades to the back of your heart. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Root through the four corners of your feet and take 3 breaths. Raise your arms above your head. Reach through your fingertips to the sky. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your inner ribs tucked in, your tailbone pulling down, your legs engaged, rooting through the 4 corners of your feet. Deep inhalation, arms down, arms up, inhale. Exhale, sweep your arms by your feet. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, sweep your arms to your feet. Inhale, reach, melt, root. Exhale. Inhale, arms above your head, root through your feet, reach through your fingertips and the crown of your head, melt your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your left arm to your side. Bend at your left waist to the left. Reach through your right fingertips. Lengthen the right side of your body. Inhale, exhale. Come back to straight, both arms above your head. Drop your right arm. Lengthen and stretch the left side of your body. Bend your right waist. Reach through your fingertips. Root through your left foot. Reach through your left fingertips up. Reach through your right fingertips down. Inhale, back up, both arms above your head. Bring your hands together in front of your chest. Bend your knees, drop your hips back, root into your heels. Raise both of your arms in front of you. Keep a neutral neck. Gaze towards the floor in front of you as you raise your arms up. Tuck your tailbone down and sit into your heels. Come up on the ball of your right foot, sink back into your hips, root into your left heel. Keep your tailbone tucked. Right heel down on the exhale, forward fold. Hands to your hips, root through your heels, rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, find the chair of uttanasana. Heels back. Hips back. Lean into your heels. Raise your arms in front of you. Root into your feet. Send that tailbone further back. Tuck it down. Keep your front ribs knitted in. Pull your shoulders back as you raise your arms next to your face. Reach out through your fingertips. Come onto the left ball of your foot. Or the ball of your left foot, sorry. Sit back into your hips. Root through your right heel. Keep reaching and breathing. Left heel down, forward fold, uttanasana. Exhale, hands to hips, root through your feet, rise up, arms overhead, inhale, exhale, find Tadasana. Feet hips distance apart and parallel. Lifting through the crown of your head, neutral spine. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Pull down into the ground through your fingertips and up towards the sky through the crown of your head. Bring your hands to your hips. Lean into your left foot. Bring your right foot to your ankle, your left ankle, or bring your right foot to your left calf, or bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Any option works, just don't bring your left foot into your knee. Find the option that works for you. Root into your left foot. Push your right foot into your left thigh. Square your hips to the front of the room, the short side of your mat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Breathe. Raise your hands and your arms above your head and stretch your arms to outer shoulders distance apart. Flare your fingers. Reach to the sky through the crown of your head and your fingertips. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Ground into your left foot. Push your right foot into your left thigh. Breathe. Front ribs knitted in, shoulder blades attached to your back and pushing into your heart. Bring your hands back together in front of your heart. Release your right foot. Step out your feet. Find Tadasana. Feet hips distance apart and parallel. Fingertips stretching towards the floor. Crown of your head pulling up towards the sky. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, uttanasana. Hands on your hips. Root into the ground through your feet and rise up. Bring your weight into your right foot. Place your left foot on your right ankle, on the inside of your right calf, or on the inside of your right thigh. Remember, not against your right knee. Ground into your right foot into the ground. Feel the four corners of your feet providing stability. Push your left foot into your right inner thigh just as firmly as you are rooting into the ground with your right foot. Square your hips to the front part of your mat, to the front of your room. Bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer position. Raise your hands above your head and bring your arms outer shoulders distance apart. Reach up through your fingertips and the crown of your head. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your shoulder blades into the back of your heart. Keep your front lower ribs tucked in. Pull your tailbone down. Root firmly from your right hip bone down into your thigh, your calf, and your foot. Breathe. Bring your hands back together in front of your heart at prayer position. Bring your left foot down. Step it out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, find Tadasana. Hips, outer hips distance, feet, hips distance apart and parallel. Fingertips stretching towards the ground. Crown of your head lifting up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, uttanasana. Rise up halfway, make a 7 with the body. Forward fold, uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, 7 with the body. Exhale, forward fold, uttanasana. Root through your feet. Pull your sitting bones towards the sky. Squeeze your core. Bend at your waist. And don't be greedy trying to bring your head to your knees. On your next exhale, step your left foot back. Your feet want to be hips distance apart. Drop your heel to the ground to a drop your left heel to the ground to a 45-degree angle. Root through your front right foot, 4 corners, and the back edge of your left foot, making sure you're still gripping with your inner arch of your left foot. Power up the legs, rise up hands on top of right knee. Square your hips as much as you can to the front of your mat. Check and make sure your knee is over your ankle. Engage your back left glute and push your left hip forward as you pull your right hip back. Raise your arms overhead, biceps next to ears. Tuck your front ribs in, pull your tailbone down. Reach to the crown of your head, melt your shoulders away from your ears, bring your shoulder blades onto your back, pushing into your heart. Breathe. On your next exhale, hands on either side of your right foot. Step your right foot back and pivot onto the ball of your left foot, stepping into plank pose. Lower halfway down, flip your feet, push up into upward facing dog. Push back into downward facing dog. Check your hands. Make sure your hands are outer shoulders distance apart. Push your index fingers into the mat. Bend your elbows to the side. Tuck them into your ribs. Straighten your arms. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart and parallel. You can have a generous bend in your knees, working towards bringing them straight. Walk out your heels a little bit. Breathe. Look towards your hands. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your right heel to a 45 to 60 degree angle. Root through your feet. Power up. Bring your hands to your left thigh. Square your hips to the front side of your mat. Engage your right glute. Push your right hip forward. Pull your left hip back. Raise your arms above your head. Reach through your fingertips. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your front ribs in. Pull your tailbone back. Stack your left knee above your left ankle. Breathe. Bring your hands on either side of your left foot. Pivot onto your right ball of your foot. Bring your right foot up to the front part of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, uttanasana. Put your hands on your hips, root through your feet, rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, 7 with the body. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Step your right foot back. Land on the ball of your foot. Drop your heel so your foot is parallel with the short side of your mat. So your right foot is parallel to the short side of your mat, and your left heel bisects your right foot. Ground into both of your feet. Windmill your arms up and rise into warrior 2. Stack your left knee over your left ankle. Root into the right long edge of your foot. Square your hips to the long side of your mat. Raise your arms to shoulder height, stacking your wrists over your ankles. Gaze over your left hand. Drop your right arm, raise your left arm to the sky. Reach through both of your fingertips. Pull in opposite directions. Breathe. Turn your gaze to the sky if that's comfortable. Windmill your hands to the ground, either side of your left foot. Step your left foot back. Come to the ball of both of your feet, plank pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Flip your feet. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips reaching towards the sky. Feet below hips and parallel. Fingers rooting into the ground, gripping. Hands outer shoulder distance apart. Biceps squeezing in towards your ears. Tummy tucked in. Reaching in 2 directions. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Drop your left heel to the ground. Line up the long side of your foot, left foot, with the short side of your mat. Make sure your right heel is intersecting the middle of your left foot. Power into your legs, windmill your arms up. Raise your arms to shoulder height. Stack your wrists above your ankles. Stack your right knee above your right ankle. Engage your left glute. Pull your left thigh back. Square your hips off to the long side of your mat. Gaze over your right hand. Drop your left arm. Raise your right arm. Reach through your fingertips in opposite directions. Bring your gaze to the ceiling if that's comfortable. Spiral your hands down to the ground. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Bring your feet together to touch or as close as they can. Hands to hips, root through your feet. Rise up, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to side. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, bend at your waist. Place your hands beside your feet. Inhale, rise up onto your fingertips. Make a 7 with the body. Exhale, forward fold, uttanasana. Step your step your right foot back, high on the ball of your right foot. Drop your heel to create 2 parallel lines on the long edge of your mat. On the long edge of your foot and the short edge of your mat. Your left heel is intersecting right in the middle of your right foot. Root through your feet, rise up, spiral your hands up. Stack your wrists over your ankles. Stack your left knee over your left ankle. Turn your hips towards the long edge of your mat. Drop your left arm. Bend into your left side waist. Raise your right arm to the sky. Stretch your right fingertips to the sky. Push your left elbow into your left knee. Reach. Push your left glute into your thigh, pulling it back. That was your right glute. Push your left glute forward, squaring your hips off. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Windmill your hands to the ground on either side of your left foot. Step your left foot back. Stay high on the balls of your right and your left foot. Come into plank pose. On your next exhale, lower halfway. Flip your feet. Push. Inhale, upward dog. Flip your feet. Push, exhale, downward dog. Feet hips distance apart and parallel. Hands outer shoulders distance apart. Index fingers push into the mat. Bend your elbows to the side. Wrap them down to your ribs. Push them to straight. Lift through your hips to the ceiling. Tuck your front ribs in. Root through your feet. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Drop your left heel down so your left foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Root into your feet. Fire up your legs. Windmill your arms up. Raise your arms to shoulder height. Stack your wrists over your ankles. Square your hips off towards the long edge of your mat. Engage your glutes. Pull your inner thighs backwards. Drop your right arm. Lift your left arm. Bend your right side waist. Bring your fingertips of your left hand reaching towards the sky. Your right fingertips reaching towards the ground. Your right elbow pushing that right knee back. Right knee stacking over the ankle. If it's comfortable, bring your gaze to the sky. Keep your front ribs tucking in, neck neutral. Push into your front right leg. Rise up to warrior two. Spiral your hands to the ground. Step your left foot forward. Inhale. Rise up. 7 with the body. Exhale. Inhale. Rise up halfway. On your exhale, tuck your hands under your feet. Right hand under right foot, bringing your right toes to the crease of your right wrist. Left hand to left foot. Left toes to crease of left wrist. Tuck your chin a little bit. Exhale. Forward fold. Bend your elbows to the side. Rise up through your sitting bones. Use your core to bring your chest to your thighs. Put your gaze on a point beyond your inner legs. Breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Remove your hand from beneath your feet. Exhale, grab your big toe, right big toe, with your right hand index and middle finger. Grab your left big toe with your left hand and index finger. Bend your elbows to the side as your core bends you at the waist. Lift your sitting bones to the sky. Release your head. Shake it left to right. Shake your head front and back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Remove the toe lock on both your right and left toe. Forward fold one more time. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, right foot back into plank pose. Push down through your index finger. Release your spine, top of your spine, by tucking your chin a little bit and keeping your gaze on the floor. Lift up in your lower belly, tuck your tailbone down, push back through the four corners of your feet. Engage your glute and your thighs to help carry the weight. Bend your knees, bring them to the ground. Cross your ankles, roll over your feet. Scoot to the middle of your mat. Extend your legs. Pull the fleshy part of your sitting bones out to the side. Place your feet hips distance apart and parallel, or feet together or as close as they can and parallel. Place your hands on either side of your hips. If your hands don't reach the ground, grab 2 blocks. Push the 4 corners of your hands into the ground. Rise up through the crown of your head. Melt your shoulders away from your ears and take that energy into your hands. Push into the ground. Tuck your tailbone down. Keep your lower ribs tucked in. Push out through the 4 corners of your feet. Pull back through your pinky toes. Push through your arches. On your next exhale, gently lower yourself down into Savasana or corpse pose. Find a position that's comfortable for you, whether it is keeping your arms next to your body or moving your arms and your legs out more like a starfish. Find what's going to be comfortable for you in this moment. Focus on your breath. Extend your exhales. Let all the yummy goodness of your practice absorb into your cells. Lengthen your exhales. Feel your bones melting into the floor. As you lengthen your exhale, you can repeat after me. I am enough. I am strong. I am beauty. I am loved. I am enough. When you're ready, start wiggling your hands and your toes. Maybe take a big stretch if that feels good. Roll on either to your left or your right side. Gently push yourself back up into a seated position. Take a moment and thank yourself for taking time for you. Namaste. Have a good day.